Hello everyone, welcome to FedScoop TV. Greg Otto, your host here. Welcome to our Public Sector Innovation Priority Series, and I'm talking with Pat Gelsinger, the CEO of VMware. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, my pleasure. Great to be here.
So, Pat, the federal agencies are trying to move to the cloud. This has been a big lift for them in the past few years. How are you helping them make this transition successfully?
A couple of aspects of that. First, what is the cloud? Clearly, they have the view of a public cloud, right? Amazon, Microsoft, et cetera.
Right.
But we would say moving to the cloud is actually moving to the cloud on-premise and off-premise, and being able to tie those together. So turn your existing data center into a private cloud, really have all of those same sort of scalability, automation, right, consumption characteristics on-premise, but also enable the public cloud, right? This extraordinary explosion of resources and Amazon's, Microsoft's, et cetera, and really bring those two worlds together. So what we're doing is helping them build private clouds, right? We're embracing Amazon, IBM. We've announced big partnerships with both of them, and then stitching the two together. And that's really the magic piece of this, because the problem with, quote, moving to the cloud is I got to refactor my application. And VMware is saying that we can take your existing apps without modifying your operations, your management, your security, and take them to the cloud, both private, hybrid, and public. And that's really where we come in to have a unique value proposition, because refactoring application is just hard. Right?
So much of the federal agencies are based in the Beltway, but I mean, they're all over the country, and the employees and the contractors are working everywhere from, the top of Purple Mountain's majesties to in the amber waves of grain. So how is VMware helping them get the job done no matter where they are working?
Yeah, and we're really working at that sense in a couple of different domains. One is obviously, the cloud. Part of the magic of it is available everywhere, right? You really can say it's across, our great nation, and we're working with partners and locations across the nation, right? Their own data centers in different locations everywhere. But also, a lot of the challenges. How do you get those applications and services to the users? Right. And that's where our mobility and our device strategy, we call it end user computing. How do we, end, right, user computing? How do we change that, equation in the fundamental way, making it secure, managed, and as I describe it, making it cool, right? The applications that IT generally delivers, they're sort of, clunky and old. We have to make them just that same Apple easy, compelling experience across the full range of devices. Maybe it's virtual desktops, maybe it's physical desktops, moving to Windows 10, iOS, Android, Surface, all of those need to be enabled to this environment, and that's very much what we're doing. Our Workspace ONE solution set is to address that in a holistic, complete, secure, and managed way, and having great success.
So, the President recently signed an executive order on IT modernization and cybersecurity. And when it was announced, the Homeland Security Advisor talked about having a private sector mentality when it comes to security for the federal agencies. What can the public sector learn from the private sector?
Well, I do think in many respects there are just so many things that need to be done in this regard. And, there have been various bills and efforts that have been initiated in the government, but they really haven't gotten off the ground in a holistic way. And we think the private sector clearly, hey, we're having to address this on an ongoing basis. And we think some of our new technologies and things like microsegmentation, as we described, that are really changing the game and how secure infrastructure can be built. And, I also, believe that there's an environment where the security industry has made it much too hard and complex. And I describe my cyber hygiene, agenda, that if you do these 5 things and you just do those really well, you would not have been Anthem, Target, Sony, OPM, or the latest WannaCry. And the 5 things, one is, everything should be multi-factor authentication. Right. 2 factors or more. Second, everything needs to be encrypted. All data needs to be encrypted, and if I exfiltrate your data, I got a bag of encrypted bits if I don't have the keys. Third, everything needs to be microsegmented. Getting past the edge firewall, you've got nothing. You have many layers of security to get to the gold. right? Fourth, everything has to be software upgraded and automated, patched and current, right? And many of the government systems, I mean, not only are they out of maintenance, they're end of life.
Right,
So,
right. We're talking about XP here.
Yeah, right. You got to bring a modern environment that things are upgraded, secured, right, on an ongoing basis. And that patch upgrade cycle, that was WannaCry. And finally, number 5 is a constant education process. Detecting, what does a phishing attack look like, right? From a user perspective, educating IT professionals in the latest technologies in this regard. And if you do those 5, multi-factor, encrypt everything, microsegment everywhere, patch upgrade consistently and educate, none of the current issues that have been faced over the last 5 years would have occurred had those simple things. This is brush your teeth, comb your hair, put your tie on this morning, show up in a professional way. This is the equivalent of that in the cyber domain.
Great. Pat, appreciate your insight. Thanks for stopping by and talking with us today.
Very good. Thank you.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.